started with our vehicle fire demo. So very similar to what we talked about with the vehicle rescue demonstrations. If car fires are a fairly typical response our crews see. Everyone here today that especially with our highways, the tractor trailer fires, truck fires. We talked about the EVs and those types of vehicles. Those present a whole new challenge for our crews. A lot of times those fires are very, very difficult to put out. They can take hours, and sometimes those fires can actually burn for days if the batteries are in some of these vehicles. So again, where 10, 15, 20 years ago we were worried about our gasoline, our oil, different things, your tire exploding, things of that nature. Now we need to think about, does it have EV technology in the car? Because that changes how we're approaching fighting that fire. So folks, we have plenty of room here if you shift into the field. I know the smoke, we apologize, we can't control that. We have some room. We ask if you're on South Wayne Avenue, just stay on the sidewalk itself. We'll have our fire trucks coming down. Once they're in the parking lot, then we'll be able to get everybody safely moving around if we need to. So you'll see our crews coming in. They'll be fully geared up. They'll have their self-contained breathing apparatus on. You'll start to see that coordination we talked about, the other demonstration, working together, pull the hose off. You'll see the driver starting to work the pump, get that going. And you'll see some other activity we'll talk through as well. So most vehicle fires start in the engine compartment. Typically have a breakdown of the engine itself. Could be an oil leak, could be a belt that gets hot. You may laugh when we get mounts form nests in cars that have sat for a while. You keep up next to your car that's sat, and that can start a fire. You get leaves underneath the car. We've seen that around here a few times. It's leaves that get piled on the side of the street before they get sucked up by the township. People park over top of leaves with the hot car. Not a good thing, and that can start a fire as well. So you think about the types of smoke, and the reason our crews make sure they're wearing their self-contained breathing apparatus is very close to it. You have synthetics, you have metals, you have very nasty things burning. So obviously, all types of smoke is not pleasant, but you think you just set regular one burning smoke, it's not too bad. Imagine you're right on top of this thing with that black acrid smoke coming in your face. It's terrible for you. So that's why you have to make sure that you're wearing all your equipment. That's what our crews don't need, especially wearing their self-contained breathing apparatus. So just like a house fire, we ask folks to get out once the fire started. Same thing with the vehicle fires. Once the fire started, get out, get safely away from that car. One of the other causes of vehicle fires, or we see a tractor trailer, we get a brake fire. It can start in the tire area itself, and that can extend to different parts of the car or the trailer itself. That's a response we've seen several times up on the Blue Route. So we get those fires in a bigger truck and involves a lot of water. So we talk about failing fire companies, their pumper tanker unit. That becomes a very valuable asset on those types of calls on the highway, having that extra water on hand so we can help contain the fire. All right, so our crews will be responding from Radnor and Gladwin into the scene. And they'll be coming down South Wayne. Just ask everyone to stay up on the sidewalk there, and once they're past, if you need a little more room, they'll slide back.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're coming in, man.
So if this is happening, you think about crews responding in, imagine being up on the Blue Road, going in for a fire, and then you're trying to contain both of the crews getting off. Everybody's fully geared up. Our driver will be at the pump panel. So everyone's got a different job to do here. Watch our 2 fire cars at Gladwin. They're pulling off their cross sleigh that we call it, their hose. Be the firefighters from Radnor, they're pulling off their hose on the front, which is bumper line. See their equipment, you see the firefighter for Gladwin carrying, he has stabilization blocks in the bag. So at some point he's going to get those in place. We do that to make sure the car doesn't either roll forward or back. For today's time, we're on a flat ground, which is a good thing, so we don't expect that. But if we're on an incline or decline, we want to make sure that the car is not going to roll. There's for YouTube, if you've seen some of those videos where the fire's burning and no one's chopped the tires and the car starts rolling away. You have a firefighter with a nozzle, and then you have a backup helping with the hose. So we start to see that black, nasty, brownish smoke. That's not a good thing. We start to see the white smoke. Things start to lighten up. That means we're making good progress. That fire's starting to go out. The firefighter for Gladwin, just on the other side of the car there, he has what's called a halogen bar. You saw that tool used during vehicle rescue. It's a very versatile tool that firefighters use in various types of emergencies. For folks that need to shift around to do come down the grass here, we're on that, right here at the back, where you can work your way around on the South Lane Avenue. Crews don't have it out, and that's okay. Actually, no, take that back, they do. So you look at the firefighter up in the front here, he's using a rescue tool to help get that hood open. So we can either use a rescue tool to get the hood open and help extinguish any fire in there, or we can use the halogen bar to help get that hood opened up. So for a vehicle, it's a non-electric vehicle, typically 500 to 700 gallons of water, which is what these 2 fire trucks carry. That's more than enough to handle what's needed. If we were talking about a tractor trailer, something much bigger, we're going to need more water. So that's what we would be calling for more fire trucks from our home station, whether it's Radnor or calling for what we refer to as mutual aid. So Radnor covers a big chunk of the Blue Route. So we're with George Clay Fire Company, we're with Brimall Fire Company. They have Gladwin coming up, which they cover this vehicle as well to help us. We have Brimall up there. So there's a lot of different things that happen depending on what the response is. Typically for your run-of-the-mill car fire, you have one company responding northbound on the Blue Route, one company coming southbound, one company maybe focusing on the fire, while the other company is ensuring scene safety by blocking a lane or two and creating that safe zone that we talked about. Because it doesn't matter what's on fire. We always have motorists out there that want to keep driving 1,000 miles an hour. They don't care. So really, that's a whole other focus for us. Not just the fire, it's the secondary issues we're looking out for as our crews are working to get things under control. All right, so we're just about, got a little bit left here. Let's give the crews from Radnor and Gladwin Fire Companies a round of applause. Again, just like our demonstration crews from Bridgeport and King of Prussia up in Marion Township Fire EMS, all these responders here are volunteers. So huge that they're here today, because that's the other things that they can be doing. They're here to help educate and help demonstrate the skills and what it takes to provide service to the community. So we thank all of them for their service. All right, so as our crews are wrapping up the vehicle fire demonstration, our next demo will be at 4:45. That'll be the house fire demo. That'll be in the same parking lot, just a little bit closer to the firehouse where we are right now. If you had a chance, we have the moon bounce going.